There we go. And again, if you sacrifice the, your resuscitate, you can make quite a few poison darts. Do I ever consider? I have Parasite Eve 2. I do not have 1, and I remember really enjoying that game. So hopefully at some point I can stream that for you guys. I do intend on playing. No, I do not want to overwrite this one. There we go. I do intend on playing Dino Crisis 2. I do not have an Xbox, so I won't be able to. Yeah, so we'll go in the vent. I do want to move to Silent Hill after I play Dino Crisis 2. But if you guys want Parasite Eve, I'll be more than happy to find a copy of that game and play it for you guys. But I actually looked up a copy of Parasite Eve just to see how much it is. They're charging like $100 for that game, although I'm sure you can find it cheaper. And we are actually going to be introduced to another enemy right here in a second, but I want to make sure I collect everything I can. Let's see, what is this? More darts. And, boxes. Glorious, glorious boxes. Again, like I mentioned before, if you've opened up one, you can open it up later. So, let's see here. I swear there was... I actually want this poison dart. And you'll notice that you can't actually combine them until you hit the sort button, which is a little irritating for me, but it's not the end of the world. What you can do, though, with these anades is you can actually mix them together, which I should do right now, and you can actually make more darts, which is always a good thing. So if you've got a whole bunch of these, man, go ahead and mix them up. There you go. Really weak darts, but if you've got a bunch of weak ones and another one, you can at least make them semi-useful and get some medium pluses. So, again, these darts are just so useful. I can't stress it enough. Let's see here. I'm actually going to take these. Again, this is a lot of item moving around, and I apologize, but these are the things you have to do in this game. So, go ahead and do that. There we go. 3 more health packs, just like that. Nice and easy. And what's nice about the L pluses, or double plus, is since they heal, since they stop bleeding, you really don't need to worry about carrying around hemostats all day, which can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. And I'm actually going to trade that out, because I don't foresee myself dying anytime soon, but now that I've said that, I'm sure... Actually, is that a single one? Because... Yep, that is a single one, so what we're going to do... is make another poison arrow, or a poison dart. So, I'll go ahead and mix that. Oop, can I not do that? Ah, crap. Oh well, not gonna worry about it then. Oh, that was an M1, I wonder. I fail. Anyways, enough of that crap. Dark Souls. I will be getting it, but I need to get a better computer to stream PS3 games.
Running out of places to hide.
And this little thing right here is actually another way. Since I said there's 3 endings of the game, 2 of them are relatively easy to get, and the third one, which is probably like the best ending you can get, that little panel right there is one of the couple ways to get it. Anyways. That's right, I can't pick that up. And... would rather use the medium darts right now. There's actually a key right here, and it's actually really easy to miss, so go ahead and pick that up. And there you have your Ultra Raptors. I guess if you can call them that. But they just do more damage, take a lot more hits. Nothing too out there. And again, just go ahead and check the rooms out, make sure everything's okay. Because again, you don't want to miss anything because these damn discs are everywhere. And files everywhere. Go ahead and read them. I'm telling you, if you guys are going to play this game, write everything you possibly can. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I swear they're called Ultra Raptors. And another one magically ported himself in. Not a big deal. But now that we have this key card I just picked up, we're able to access a couple more areas. And raptors can't come into the vents, which I think in Jurassic Park they didn't either, so if you follow Jurassic Park logic. I really want to play the Super Nintendo version of Jurassic Park again. The game had really good music. Hold on, Chief. I'm actually going to go in here real quick. And I'm going to go back through. Why not? No reason not to. I mean, really the only thing you're losing is a little bit of time with it actually saving and things. And like other Resident Evil... No, I don't want to save again. Like other Resident Evil games, if you wanted to cheat the system... if you wanted to cheat the system... Oh, wait, dude. You could actually open up the cover on your PlayStation, and the timer would actually stop. You just have to make sure to close it when you wanted to enter a new area.
Regina, I fixed it. You can open the shutters now.
We can open the shutters up. Yeah, I really don't like these enemies, but whatever. And you know what? Just so I don't have to put up with these assholes again. Again, use the poison darts on them. There you go. Just kind of wiggles out. And there you go. He's dead. So it's at least one dead. One I don't have to put up with. And if I'm not mistaken... Wait, doesn't he have something on him? I could have sworn this guy had something on him. Yep. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Again, you'll notice that the codes are getting a little bit more obscure, and they're not using letters anymore. They're using numbers, which do stand for letters. No, not V. Ugh. For some reason, the PS3 pad and this little interface is really sensitive, so sometimes I'll skip letters on accident. There we go. This one is actually waterway. Again, this path leads to the boat. There we go. Yep, very fast poison.
Regina, it looks like this door leads to the port. It'll take a while before I can pop this open.
You copy, Mike? I found the key to the port, but I got a lizard riding on my tail. I'm heading to the main elevator right now. I'll meet it at the ground level. Hurry!
Huh. Sounds like we're not the only ones having problems.
I'm glad you're amused. But if that guy gets eaten, we're going to have to retrieve the key from that dinosaur's stomach. You've got to save him.
This is one of those games, man, where you have to do everything. I'll sit here and type on this computer in relative safety. And that's the real reason to come in here. So now... no reason to. Now you have to go all the way back to the first area you entered in here. So... we actually need to go this way. Now, let's see. me if I can dart him real quick. Alright. Should be another one in here somewhere. And again, make sure you have ammo. See, don't do that to me. Guy in front of me. No. Again, might want to turn the auto aiming off. It's a little wonky. I'm big. And our little friend's gonna take a nap for a while. So now that he's destroyed that, if you guys remember the other battery puzzle I was talking about you'd come back to, now we're going to come back to it. Make sure you grab the battery you took from it. And now that we have that key card from earlier, we can actually access it. So, good stuff. The final fight with the T-Rex isn't exactly not that climactic either. Kind of disappointing. Ugh. Good thing I can memorize that, man, because I cannot see that red and green when they're together. And now we have access to that little, well, let's say that little giant door, but that big-ass door. So, that poor bastard that was on the radio earlier. Got ourselves a port key. It's always nice. And don't forget to check this guy. Grab that disc. You're gonna need it. I wish Gale did more in this game, but all he seems to do is get really frustrated. Every time I run by this T-Rex, I always think he's gonna get up, but he never does. So, just to ruin that for you guys. And he should still be tranked. Watch, I turn the corner and my head's missing. Wow. I guess another one took his place. And if you have dinosaurs in other areas, they will replace other dinosaurs. So, it's not that you killed him and now he's respawned. It's actually they're pulling another dinosaur from another area. So for a good while, I actually thought that there's no real point to killing any of these monsters because they're dinosaurs.
Yes.
We are more than halfway through. That's about as much as I can say.
What is that?
I saw something like this in Kirk's personal lab. This could be a problem.
This vortex must be the side effect of the third energy experiment. So how are we supposed to get around this thing?
Either we find a way or we both end up as dino droppings.
Not funny. Okay, I'll pull up any relevant data on the computer. Regina, you search around for any possible clues or leads.
Well, I don't want to ruin anything for anybody yet, but the doctor that you run into a couple times in this game, the bad guy more or less, he kind of explains what exactly happened, and you know why the dinosaurs are here and things like that. They're not clones. There's no genetic engineering or anything like that. There's no there's no John Hammond or any of that fun stuff. No Mr. DNA. Yeah, pretty much. Regina does have to do everything. I feel for her. It's like some of them Call of Duty games, man. Hey, you go do this. It's like, no, dude, I don't want to. And I'm actually going to poison one of these guys because I just don't want to deal with them. Watch him dance for a little bit. There we go. So, one of the other dinos might actually take his place later, but not a big deal. And how much is this plug right here? 3 plugs? Not really worth it in my opinion. I love that gold doubloon. Took that right out of the Goonies, man. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't like this dinosaur. There we go. So he can sit there and suck on that for a little bit. Look for the plot advancement button. Pretty much. Something interesting that they actually did from this game to 2 is, well, hell, when I play the game, you guys are going to notice a lot of things that are different, but they actually went to pre-rendered backgrounds. They didn't do a fully 3D environment, which is interesting, to say the least. And let's just close that behind me so I don't have to put up with it. Sure, resuscitation's always good. Jesus. Actually, I think there's yeah, he's chewing on something. I don't know what, but we're going to leave him alone. And, if I'm not mistaken, you actually figure out this little key code much later than you do when you get here. But if you remember it, you can actually get some parts for your shotgun. So you can have the full raptor killing shotgun. So there you go. You got the full shotgun now. And there you go. Straight out of Jurassic Park. I always hated it when they didn't put the I guess the back of it all the way down. Up. Needed to go in there to collect that disc. So we're gonna run our happy little self down back through here. Yeah, nice little Total Recall thing for everybody. Although I can't turn into a skeleton and jump through the glass. And if you're not really paying attention, you'll get stuck at this point because you really won't know what to do. But you actually have these 2 key chips here, and you actually need to use them here. So if you really, if you start getting lost, it's just like, okay, what items do I have and what can I do with them? And like I said before, you don't get any files. So you really have to remember all these things or just write them down. So, and we have another one of these little neat puzzles. So what we're going to try to do, actually, is get everything organized first, then just switch it all over. There we are. And you can actually see at the bottom there what they want you to do. So not too difficult. But let's do this. Again, these puzzles, they're not too difficult. I mean, if you just kind of stop and think for a second, you can pretty much figure out what you need to do. Now you actually do need to select this transfer button here. So now we're just gonna... There you go. Not too bad. There you go, and you're done with that puzzle. And I do believe that's the last puzzle like that you really need to do. And I believe I do have this one. And you'll notice, you can pretty much see that these things just get harder and harder and harder, but they're not too bad. This one's actually stabilizer. If I can remember how to spell it. Yeah, there's a Z in there. English major folks, right here. There we go. And now... No need to. It's an interesting little scene.
Sterilization is effective while in facility.
Yep, if Damnation, you're right. If you pay attention to the during the DDK discs themselves, if you pay attention to what it says, there's some stupid things in there. So, do I actually have this one? Yes, I do. So, yeah, but that does say Saturday Night Fever. Okay, see now, this is, I believe, the last one. I already know this one's Dr. Kirk, who is the bad guy in the game. Well, he's a bad guy, but he's not. He's a really interesting... Well, he's not really that interesting, to be honest. Dr. Kirk. Oh, and again, it automatically goes for you. There we go. Dietary habits for the better. All right, now those two discs that you rewrite, you actually need to use here to open up this door. So, I mean, if you run into the game and you either don't remember or you're not reading the files, you're going to get lost pretty quick. So you really do need to try to read everything you can. There we go. Let's see, can I pick up anything? Yeah, sure, why not? Who knows, maybe I can mix that with something. And we can mix it with another one. It'll be weak, but hey, having weak darts is better than having none, right?
Rick, I've located the main generator of the third energy.
Great. See if you can activate it.
I actually have the, if you guys remember the sound effect when the Ghostbusters turn on their proton pack, if I turn on my giant PC, it actually makes that noise on startup for Windows. Pretty funny. And this giant-ass machine is actually the reason there's dinosaurs everywhere. This is Jeff Goldblum. Dino droppings? Droppings? And there's a nice little elevator there. We can take that all over the place. And this poor lady right here. Again, take the map. Map data is real good. If you get lost, it actually will show you where to go sometimes. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do for this lady. And, like you said, Ryan, this is actually completing the circuit. It's another one of these puzzles. As you hear me turning my page. Take this one, turn it to the left. Don't need to do anything with this one. In my defense, I did play through this game 3 times, and I wrote everything down that I possibly could. So, these are my own notes. No walkthroughs, no none of that. This Prego. There's nothing but spaghetti sauce everywhere. That's what this place is. It's just a giant spaghetti sauce factory.
Announcement. Generator test complete. Remember, a special keycard is required to operate the generator.
If I was a dinosaur, I'd be a health inspector. How you doing, Darylon? Sorry, I butchered names. I'm not very good at them. And if I haven't said it already, thank you for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. You guys seem to really enjoy watching these games, so... I definitely think that the second Dino Crisis is going to be a bit more of a challenge than this game. This game's pretty easy.
Don't move.
And what do you think you're doing?
Carving a name for myself in history with the ultimate energy source.
Open your eyes, you freak. Your precious creation is nothing more than another weapon to be misused.
You seem to have a small degree of superficial intelligence. It's too bad that it is wasted on one who is about to die.
Rick, our target has been secured. Report here immediately. Sorry to interrupt your lecture, Doc. You were saying?
Yes, I was saying. I discovered how the third energy could affect space if it ran unchecked 3 years ago. I thought that the energy had the ability to transfer selective space to an alternate time-space continuum. But I was incorrect. The space was not transferred, it was exchanged. To put it in terms that even you can understand, third energy has the ability to replace a pocket in space with one from a different time.
What?
Yes. I came to these conclusions following this evening's final experiment. You've seen the effects yourself. Those beasts were occupying the space this facility is located on almost 65 million years ago.
Right. So that's how those dinosaurs appeared in our time.
Precisely. And that is what I have done.
Uh-huh. And how many people were sacrificed before you made this discovery?
Who cares? The numbers are quite irrelevant. Let's just say that there were many. Extraordinary deaths for ordinary men, don't you think?
Spoken like a true
A god or a devil? I don't care about that. Only my experiment.
Enough. Only one thing matters at this point. Your grand invention is blocking our escape.
You need to destroy the vortex. The only way to do that is to allow the generator's third energy levels to overload. Theoretically speaking, the third energy and the vortex will cancel each other out if they come in contact with one another. But there is one small catch. If you cannot stop the generator's third energy overload, this entire region may be shifted to another point in the space-time continuum.
Then we'll just make sure to be somewhere else when the shift happens. No problem.
But we couldn't even activate the device.
You're missing the initializer and stabilizer, right?
Where are...
Calm down. They should be stored in one of the security level A rooms on floor B3.
Very good, Doc. Now you understand our situation. We live, you live.
He walks away with his head down. Alright, level 8 card.
Okay, I'm all set to whip up a program that will send a stream of third energy into the vortex.
I'll keep an eye on the doctor. Regina, you go find those devices and overload the third energy. Remember, they're in a security level A room on floor B3.
That whole floor is crawling with dinosaurs, including that T-Rex. Let's get this situation under control before charging off. Here, take this. The disc contains the draft plans for the initializer and stabilizer. I stumbled over them while searching through the database. Fortunately, the room where the parts are stored is not far from here. We should gather up the parts and assemble the devices.
Don't be ridiculous. Regina doesn't have the technical knowledge for that. We don't even know if all the right parts are there. We'd be better off simply trying to hunt down the completed devices.
It's too dangerous down there. She won't make it.
It's your call then, Regina. You're the one who has to do this. So what's your choice?
This is actually one of the few times where I actually agree with Gale.
Okay, let's do it.
Whatever you do, don't drop your guard for a second.
This game is fucking cake compared to the original Resident Evil. There are no hunters in this game. And anybody that was in my last stream knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Man, because that first Resident Evil game, that game's rough. At least to me it is. I'm sure there's plenty of people that tear that game apart. That was not happening. Now, you do have to make his, you do have to forge this guy's ID card, so you do need his fingerprints, and they don't tell you that, so if you forget, you have to run back all the way here. You might be saying that. And when you use take Gale's path, you have to run through some dinosaurs, but you just run to an area, grab the parts, you run back. With Rick, you actually need to you have to solve a whole bunch of puzzles. You have to put all the parts together, and it's fairly time consuming. It's if you want to extend the life of the game, go ahead and do that. But I really just don't bother. Yeah, and I mean, if you want like a list of reasons why this game is easier, I mean, one, there are health items absolutely everywhere in this game. Okay, the reason I'm coming into this room, if you do Rick's option, you actually just come right here. Not a big deal, but you have to do a lot of puzzles. But you do need the grenade launcher attachment, which allows you to fire without having to reload constantly. But you do get continues in this game, which automatically is pretty much like easy mode, and there's only hard and easy in this game, or normal and easy. There's no hard mode. So you also have what they call resuscitation packs, which allow you to come back without using a continue. So effectively, I mean, you have 5 continues plus all the resuscitation packs you can use. I mean, and also, I mean, up until this point, I mean, I really haven't fired too many shots other than, like, darts at the enemies. You know, and most enemies in this game will go down with enough shots, but I mean, it's not like the original Resident Evil where it's like, oh, look out, a hunter, and now all of a sudden... How did he get on the other side? Who cares? I don't know. You know, like, alright, well, I'm going to pump 5 shotgun rounds into the hunter, he's not going to die. And then all of a sudden you're decapitated. Yeah, this game is very casual. This game is not, this game's not very hardcore. But that's alright. This game still is very fun, and definitely has a place in survival horror history. Alright, put these 2 bad boys to sleep. Let's get moving. And also, your inventory is very lenient in this game. You really don't need... there's only 3 guns in this entire game, and the item management is... I can't even hear what this guy's at. He's probably right in front of me. How this doesn't kill you is beyond me. It's gonna hurt. I actually need to heal myself after that. And let's use this one. Again, poison darts work wonders. Those weren't poison darts, but whatever. Have I been playing with any self-imposing restrictions? No. In this game, I mean, I'm not really sure what kind of restrictions you could put on yourself. If I had to say anything that I did up until this point, I mean, I didn't fire a shot until about halfway through the game. Now, you could try to beat the game without shooting, but... Which, I mean, I would imagine is possible. Nothing too strenuous. You just eat a lot of hits and keep running. There are, actually, to be perfectly honest, there really aren't too many boss fights in this game. I mean, you run into the T-Rex a couple times, but you're definitely not... I mean, the T-Rex is pretty much the boss fight. And dealing with these jackasses. And let's actually... I have an idea. Will it work? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Jackasses. Okay, sorry, I'm not able to look at the chat very often. I would say that darts are probably more abundant in this game than any other type of ammo. And, I mean, poison darts, yeah, like, I mean, if you have a poison dart, you can just shoot it and not really have to worry about anything. Oh, hopefully none of you guys have to deal with that hurricane. If you guys do, you have my sympathies. Hopefully, here we go, the initializer and the stabilizer. All you have to do is just run down here and get it, no puzzles. Gotta deal with some dinos, man, but health is so abundant in this game, you really don't need to worry too much. Running around the big black dinosaurs is actually kind of difficult because they can attack both ways. They can attack left and right, and they're very good at kind of getting a whack off every once in a while. Getting a hit off is a better choice of words. And looks like they're still stuck in there. Now I gotta make my way back. Yeah, I know what I said. Sorry about that. How they broke through those lasers is beyond me. Doesn't matter though, because I'm not coming back here ever again. You guys, man, you guys are something else. Nah, no road needs it to. At this point in the game, I keep waiting for the T-Rex to get up, but he never does. He just kind of lays there. He's just chilling. How abundant are they in the game? Well, you find more, what they call anesthetic aids in this game than you do any other item. And if you mix 2 of those together, you actually get darts. So, they're fairly abundant. Again, you know, like any other of these, say, running around them, it's just kind of a giant pain in the butt. And now that I have that, I can actually use this. Actually, I can't. Again, they pull a nemesis. As soon as you're not looking at the door anymore, they can walk through it. One of the last normal T-Rexes, or T-Rexes. Again, it's probably the easiest way to get around the dinos in this game. Wait for them to run into the lasers, turn it off, run past them. And I actually need to make Dr. Kirk's keycard. I forgot to do that. If I had done that, I could have just used the elevator. Not a big deal, though. Oops. This password's pretty easy to remember. Yes. What happened to that T-Rex? Okay, enough of the sound effects. What happened to the T-Rex is actually he comes through that big door that was behind there, and he kind of... I don't know if he tries to bite it or he rams his head into that big electrical thing. And kind of shocks the shit out of himself, and then... Actually, yes, I will save. And then kind of knocks himself unconscious with his eyes open. There are no instant death... Okay, well, let me take that back. There are a couple of things in the game that can kill you immediately. There may not be any more of them in the game, but if you didn't catch any of this stuff earlier, there are a couple of sections where if an enemy grabs you, he can... there's a... I don't want to say if an enemy grabs you. There are certain sections where enemies will do things to you, and danger will flash on the screen. You need to mash all the buttons to get out of those sections. Now, normally, if you don't mash enough, you just take a little damage, or you don't get rescued right away, or whatever. There are a couple of them where if you don't do them fast enough, you will die. So yeah, there's a fan that actually a pterodactyl or a pteranodon will grab you and fly, and if you don't mash quick enough, it'll drop you into the fan. There's actually a giant... Damn it. Once again, I forgot to go turn the damn generator on. There's a giant box that'll fall on you. And, yep, Mortal Kombat style. And there's also a time where a giant crate will fall on top of you. If you don't mash fast enough, it'll crush you. And the T-Rex does have an instant kill attack. But there's a couple of sections where he can do it automatically. And then there are a couple of sections where he needs to hit you first and then do a kind of a low health kill attack. Yeah, there's no QTEs in this game, as like you would think. Let's see, the easiest way. Probably. Wait, no. What the hell am I doing? Yeah, none of that. It's literally you need to mash as quickly as possible. But yeah, no, there's no like instant death. None of the enemies have I mean, other than the T-Rex, like I said. But none of the enemies have instant death attacks. Not like hunters, where it's like, oh look, there they are, dead. Which, if you guys watch my original RE run, man, they do it to me constantly. God, that was frustrating. Let's turn this bad boy on now.
Power for generator is connected. Announcement. Please place the initializer and the stabilizer in the generator.
Yeah, I am not a fan of instant kill attacks in games. I do not necessarily subscribe to instant death. Makes the game very hard, and therefore the game is better. I don't subscribe to that. If a game could be fun and still be difficult, then there you go. But how do you do that? I'm not sure. I don't make games, so. Now, the original Resident Evil is a fun game, but there are some things that just are just incredibly frustrating. Hunters in the original, not the director's cut. The director's cut version of that game is easier. Hunters take 2 Magnum shots. That's the best ammo you can get in that game. And 2 Magnum shots, that's a lot. So you chew through a lot of ammo just trying to clear space. And running from them isn't really much of an option because they will kill you instantly. Nice little Doom door opening sound effect there for anybody who's listening. And I'm not sure which one goes in here. And once you do that, turn this little section on. And this annoying hissing noise will start up after this little animation thing finishes. Which actually is a sound effect from Resident Evil 2, I believe, when enemies would spit acid, like spiders or the plants. That noise right there is when the acid will hit like a wall. If you guys can hear me over those. And a lot of sound effects were reused from, Resident Evil 2. Sound effects from Resident Evil 3, there's quite a few of them in here. Whenever somebody shoots a machine gun, it's the same sound effect that they used in 3. And for anybody who wasn't here, at the beginning, like I said, this game was developed and released around the exact same time that Resident Evil 3 came out. So, that is why in Resident Evil 3 you can actually get a Regina costume. And here we go. RE3 is a great game. My run of it was pretty difficult when I did it on stream.
Warning. Third energy output is approaching critical point. Cease operation immediately.
This cutscene's pretty long. I really have no control over what's going on right now.
Danger. Third energy output is approaching critical point. Attempt to compensate.
Okay, Regina. Adjust the power output to maximum.
Here goes. Just remember there's no turning back once it overloads.
Then we won't look back. Crank that sucker and go out with a boom.
Danger. Generator has surpassed 60 kilometers. Third energy overload in progress. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. All personnel evacuate immediately.
The ceiling!
You fool. What was the point in saving me? How pathetic.
Oh. Ah.
I can finally control what's going on. I like that sign on the door, don't bother me.
Gale!
I'm okay. Just get Kirk. Hurry.
Take it easy, Gale.
No. Take this. Tagged him with transmitter.
Gale! Gale!
No, there's no timer.
All right. The overload levels are increasing. Just a little more. Looking good. Gale, what happened to him?
I don't know, but Kirk's gone.
I'm gonna kill him! This is it. All that's left is our escape. Let's go.
Wait, what about Kirk?
What about it? It's a miracle we're still alive at this point. Forget about it.
Don't forget the mission. You're not here to babysit.
Sorry, but I have a conscience. I'm taking you back, now.
No. You two get going. I'm going after Kirk.
What? You're insane! Don't you remember our situation? The third energy can't be controlled anymore. Staying here any longer is suicide!
I know. If I'm not back in 30 minutes, you two make your escape without me.
Hey! Do something!
I am actually going to go for the best ending.
Kirk must be after the stabilizer.
Why did you let him go?
I'm finally beginning to understand him. He's a professional, first and foremost. It's the only way he operates.
You're right. And it's up to me to do my part as well. I'll make sure everything's ready to go as soon as you get back.
And if you want the best ending, you actually can't... You shouldn't go to the red area. There's actually another area. Actually, yes, you do want to save it. And here we go. There's actually a underground heliport that you actually need to find. And if you find the heliport before you go to Gale, where he's at, you actually can get the best ending. It's probably the easiest way to do it. And make sure I'm going the right way. Yes, there's an underground heliport. I just need to make sure I get there. Yeah, I know, it sounds weird, but what do I have on me? These aren't going to be enough, but whatever. It's better than none. Let's see if I can get around here. Probably not. Okay. I guess I'll have to put up with that. And I usually just pick, you know, one little box, and I just kind of put everything in there. I wouldn't recommend opening up all of the same type. Otherwise, you'll start missing things here and there. And let's sort some of this stuff out. I don't need much more else. Resuscitation's kind of like your extra lives of the game. So if you have one of those in your inventory and you get killed, it'll kind of do a little resurrection thing. You're not going to wake up right then and there where you're at, but yeah. So pretty much, yeah, it's a do-over without any penalties. And then even if you don't have any of those, you get 5 continues. So the game's pretty lenient. And I mean, as you can see, I mean, dying really isn't too much of an issue. I mean, if you've got tons of health on you, which is not very hard to get, you know, it's like, oh look, I found a multiplier. Oh, well, I've got a whole bunch of health items. Let me multiply them. So now instead of 2 completely heal items, now you have 4, and it's like, damn. I'm actually not sure what happens if you use all 5 of your continues. Like, do you get a game over? Like, I have no idea. And let's see what we got here. Sure, I'll take the slag bullets, which I will never use. Alright, after you discover this place, now you want to actually check your map and figure out, because sometimes Gale will actually move. He'll switch locations. Now you want to run all the way back to him. But Juno, that's a good question. I really don't know what happens if you use all 5 of your continues. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so let's head on back now. All you need to do is find that heliport. And then just kind of continue with Gale's decision as usual. There's a couple of other ways to do it. But this is probably the easiest way. These weird little platforms. I have them. again, like every other game, if you want to make sure they're dead, just aim in another direction. Again, why even bother dealing with them at that point? I need to go upstairs. There you go. I actually used some of those that ammo. And if you wanted to, you could do that for most of the dinosaurs in this game. You really don't need the shotgun. Don't ask me what happened just then. Okay, gotta go through the save room. Through the Total Recall machine. Eh, sure, why not? Yeah, let's just make sure. Yep, okay. Keep straight. Yeah, sorry guy, no links. Okay, so I need to go all the way into the hall.
You got your man, Gale.
Yes, he seems to have made it his mission to make my life miserable.
Gale, I found a heliport on the way here. Our escape will be quicker if we use it instead.
Fine. Thanks for the disc talk.
Disc?
If you do one of the other endings, you figure out what that disc is, and all that disc is the information about the project. And that's kind of Gale's big secret, is he's here to collect the Doctor and the disc. And the disc actually is what leads to the events that happen in Dino Crisis 2. And all your base, you are not the first person to tell me that, so...
The Doctor's been secured, and Gale's doing fine.
Glad to hear it, but I've got bad news. The hovercraft was destroyed by the T-Rex.
Don't worry about it, Rick. There's a chopper here we can use to escape.
Got it. I'm heading over right now.
And there's a magic box. Get some plugs, and yes, you will take the grenade rounds. And you guys are about to see one of the easiest fights in the history of survival horror games. And this is a last boss fight, so it's a pretty don't expect much.
T-Rex is right behind us. We've got to get out of here fast.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Rick, faster!
Pulling a Rancor on him. Must go faster. Must go faster. So pretty much, the goal right here is to keep the T-Rex away from you. Which involves shooting rockets at him. Grenades. Yep. And that's it. I really wish there was more to that fight than that, but that's it. Now, if you guys listen closely, when he drops the bomb here, listen for the Akuma Raging Demon KO sound effect.
just doesn't give up.
He's still after us!
I'm gonna flash fry that Dino Dodo.
Yeah, the dialogue at the end there gets really stupid. And I mean, that's it, man. That's Dino Crisis. It really, I remember this game. This game is fun. This game is a lot of fun. But it wasn't quite as awesome as I remember it, because I remember there being like dinosaurs everywhere, and it's really difficult. And then I played it again, and everything was easy. And I was like, well, okay, I guess. I mean, there are 2 other endings you can get. One of the endings involves, at the end there, if you pick Gale's decision and you don't go to the heliport, you'll come on, you'll find Gale, and you'll find him with Dr. Kirk, and Gale will actually just die on you. And then you bring Dr. Kirk back and you leave, and Gale is dead. The other ending involves not even going after Dr. Kirk and stopping Gale from leaving, and then all 3 of you guys take off in the shuttlecraft, or the hovercraft. And then so Dr. Kirk actually is in the complex when it decides to like go back in time or whatever. So, and the last boss fights are actually different depending on which ending you do. So yeah, it doesn't help, but I just don't want the stream to go on for like 6 hours. I mean, it drains me. But I do think that playing the game and really knowing what you're doing really shows like what the game is. It's like, okay, well, pretty much what Dino Crisis is a lot of fucking puzzles. That's pretty much what it is. It's just like, okay, well, there's puzzles, more puzzles. Okay, there's a T-Rex. Okay, here's an annoying black dinosaur. Okay, for probably the most difficult boss fight you have to do is actually the ending where you're going to leave on the hovercraft. And what that actually involves is the T-Rex is chasing you and you're on foot. And while you are running around, the only attack that he does is the one-hit kill. So while you're running around, the game will actually tell you to turn around and fire, and you have to use your grenade launcher. So it says turn around and fire. You turn, you shoot, and then he kind of backs off for a little bit. And you have to do that for a little while, so you need to have a lot of ammo. So it's the easiest ending to get, but the hardest boss fight.
You have mail. The final report of Operation Dr. Kirk. Agent name, Regina. Dr. Kirk. Status, recaptured.
We have recaptured Dr. Kirk, who is currently negotiating future experiments with the military high command.
Gale. Status, alive.
Gale did survive, but he is seriously injured and is currently recovering at our military medical facility.
Rick. Status, alive.
Rick is currently analyzing the data that was recovered from Ibis Island.
Regina. Status, alive.
As for myself, I'm ready to begin my next assignment.
Tom. Status, deceased.
Tom was attacked and killed by a giant reptile that was inhabiting the island. He will be missed.
Cooper. Status, unknown.
We lost contact with Cooper at the beginning of the mission, and have not heard from him since then.
Mission complete. Operation Instructions.
What happened to Cooper? Cooper actually, in the beginning cinematic, actually gets eaten by the T-Rex fairly quick. So he's pretty much out of the game almost as immediately as he comes in. For some reason, I really like these weird PlayStation picks that they do. Kind of reminds me of like some weird King of Fighters art. But apparently I have mad skills. So, and you do get a bonus mission. The way you get that is actually if you beat the game in under 5 hours. Which, if you don't know like all the answers to all the puzzles and everything, the game can take a little while. And there's all the new costumes, which if you guys want, I'll be happy to show them to you. Because I know, I beat the game in 2.5 hours, so. Actually, I will not save it because I don't need to. I have everything already. So, here, I'll load up. Let me load up my first game. I'll show you guys the costumes and everything. So you do have your original suit, the one that you guys saw the whole time. Army type, she just has really, really short shorts. Other than that, not much else. Battle type is interesting. She kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 5 Jill. So, I don't know. Maybe they took it from that. Now, the most fun is actually this one right here. Because this one actually allows it changes your guns. So, no problem. So, if you guys haven't, I would appreciate any follows if you guys haven't followed me already. But anyways, for anybody who's still sticking around, the ancient type actually will change your guns into various things. Like your handgun becomes literally like two bones tied together, and somehow that shoots. Actually, let me choose this one. I've never actually played the bonus mission, so yeah, you notice the background changes too when you unlock everything. All right, let me see what it is. But anybody who's going to bed right now, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. So what do we have to do here? Eradicate all dinosaurs within the time limit, then return to the drop zone and escape. Interesting. There we go. Actually looks kind of ridiculous. What weapons do I have? Interesting. Have I gone to the Subway Fight Nights? No, I have not. Those are the, for the Mortal Kombat? No, I haven't yet. I'm not even sure who runs those. There's no need to enter now. Interesting. Now you'll notice her gun is like, like a bone. It's like a femur with a bunch of crap stuck to it. Yeah, this is pretty much Dino Crisis Mercenaries. There's supposed to be enemies around here, but I don't see them. Sure, there's one right there. Yeah, there he is. To one. Oh, there's two. I like how she cocks that thing, man, and then... let's see here, let's use this. Oh, you get a lot of ammo. Is he dead? Guess so. No, he's not. Now he is. Oh, I'm actually bleeding, too. Now you don't. I know for a fact that you don't actually get anything from playing this mode. It's just fun, just a fun little thing to do. Wow, what a grenade round! Wow, it is a giant fish. But that's what this costume does. A lot of fun. What's going on? use this? No, I can't. I know, I'm just like wasting ammo and everything, but whatever. Come on. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's pretty much the game. Pretty interesting stuff, for sure. Any dinos in here? Oh, yeah, there's one. You're not dead. There you go. Well, this is kind of fun. Standing here shooting the dinosaurs is probably not a good idea. Or maybe it is. That was a little bit more effective than I thought it would be. I'm not even sure if mashing helps when they do that, but of course I have it. I actually haven't died in this game yet, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Okay. Let's see here. I wonder what happens when time runs out, other than you lose. If I went this way or not. That would suck. Try to beat him with just a handgun. Oh, yeah, I actually did come down here. You just want to see the T-Rex eat me. Take the Smith & Wesson bullets. Oh no. Oh, oh. Oh crap. I used all my best weapons already. I'm gonna die. Oh well. Not a big deal. Anyways, that's the, if you guys have the game, I guess it'd be nice. I guess she just dies from brain hemorrhage or something. Is that a severed hand, or is that just a glove? Doesn't matter. I'm not really trying, but in Operation Dr. Kirk is just the main game, so that's, that's Dino Crisis pretty much in a nutshell. I mean, there are 3 endings, and every time you beat the game and then you save, when you continue, you actually will continue with all of the items that you kept. Yeah. That was pretty fun. At some point, I'll have to play through it all and try to beat it. But not really feeling it at the moment. Yeah. But for anybody that missed the intro to the game, the intro is actually only slightly censored for our version. The Japanese version actually has Cooper, the guy at the beginning, who gets eaten. You actually get to see him get bitten in half, and then half his body goes flying. But in ours, it looks like the T-Rex eats him whole. But that's it. I mean, that's not really much of an edit. But I mean, it's definitely not like the original Resident Evil intro. The differences. But now all I need to do is play Dino Crisis 2, and unfortunately, I don't have any of the other Dino Crisis games. Nor do I have a light gun to play the other one. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not really interested in playing Dino Crisis in space. Did you like 3? I noticed somebody just said that they preferred 3. Was that any good? So I mean, I saw it and I was like, why are there Space Marines? But not much more to the game than that. I mean, I had an idea to create 3 separate saves and beat the game, 3 separate times, but just just wasn't happening. So had a lot of things to do today, and with school up, I got homework and everything. But if I cannot get 2 down within a week due to work and everything, I may play Silent Hill. So I do have 2. I do want to play Dino Crisis 2 just to kind of keep up with what I'm doing. But the next game will be Dino Crisis 2, and then after that I'm going to move to Silent Hill. So, and then in the meantime, if anybody hasn't seen any of my Resident Evil runs, they are they're saved. Play some Third Strike Online. Is bonus in? You want to see some Third Strike Online? I have no idea what that's going to look like on the stream, so it might look like crap, it might look decent. Let's see. Yes, I have nothing for my background, but I really don't care. And also, there's music on the Dino Crisis CD, so if you pop the Dino Crisis CD into a CD player, you can listen to the music from the game, which they don't do that anymore, and I wish they would. So I have no idea how this is going to look, so if the stream gets all fucked up, I apologize. The famed GGPO. Where's Bonus? Where is he? I know he'd kill to play this. How's it looking so far? Not looking bad, looking good. And you'll notice that they redid a lot of the pictures for the actual character icons, but the character art's pretty decent. So.
Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I'm ready for you. That's what I expected.
It's been a while since I've played this game, Damon, so give me a break.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I enjoy your game. You have to know how to use it.
Let's go.
I'm not a fan of it, so.
Let's go.
Yuri has a lot of interesting unblockables with the super. probably one of the reasons why you want to use it. It's probably just more stuff. Mouse cursor, get in the way? No, sorry about that. Yes, I use your hand. I can use Ken, but everybody can use Ken.
Let's go.
Easiest unblockable so that you can do. It's also pretty easy to get out of, so... Actually, pretty easy setup. All you have to do after is just get out of it. Interesting stuff. Bonus is much better at this game than I am, so... Get out of everything, so...
You win.
You can't hear me? I'm sorry. I would play some matches online, however, my connection is rigged, so if I play any games online, I can't stream. So yeah, I have to pick one or the other at the moment. Because my PlayStation has some trouble with my router. Damon, don't you like that?
Fighters ready. Engage.
Let's go. Let's go.
You die. Final round. Now.
Let's go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Get ready to die. Are you ready? Go. Kill. Crush. win. Quarter stage. Begin. You die. That's cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
宙に好运。
Get ready to die. Are you ready? Go.
スピリットバードヒット。
Kill. Crush. Let's go. Kill. Crush. Agent Reaper.
貢献貢献。
Kill. Kill. Let's go.
貢献。スピリットバードヒット。貢献。
Into the heat of battle. Go for it. Let's go. Crush. Kill. Crush. Kill. Crush. Let's go. Kill. Crush. Agent Reaper. Kill. Crush. Tremble before my might. Final round. Now. Let's go. Kill. Crush. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Crush. Agent Reaper. Agent Reaper. Kill. Kill. Destroy. Kill. 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 You win. Yeah, I see. Get ready to die. Fighters ready. Engage. Go. Kill. Crush. Kill.
Line of home! Minus close!
Let's go. Crush. Kill.
Line of home!
Kill. Crush. Kill. Crush. Aegis reflex. Aegis reflex. Kill. You win.
Check it out now. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out now.
That's what I expected. Get ready to die. Ready? Go.
竜巻旋風脚波動拳やかかってきな竜巻旋風脚や竜巻旋風脚波動拳竜巻旋風脚昇竜拳波動拳や
Prepare to strike now.
Jackass.
Crush. Crush. Let's go. Let's go. Crush. Aegis reflex.
竜巻旋風脚昇竜拳
Lose.
Select the one to fight with. Get it on. 10-9, ace of
Well, I got the pick. Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Get it on.
Yeah, I see.
かかってきな
Get ready to die. Prepare to strike now.
や波動拳や波動拳竜巻旋風脚波動拳竜巻旋風脚や竜巻旋風脚や竜巻旋風脚やかかってきな竜巻旋風脚波動拳波動拳竜巻旋風脚や
Kill. Kill.
竜巻旋風脚竜巻旋風脚波動拳
Aegis reflex.
波動拳昇竜拳竜巻旋風脚
Are you ready? Go.
Yeah!
Crush.
竜巻旋風脚竜巻旋風脚竜巻旋風脚竜巻旋風脚波動拳竜巻旋風脚
Aegis reflex.
竜巻
Kill. Crush. Kill.
波動拳やや昇竜拳竜巻旋風脚竜巻旋風脚
Lose.
Select the one to fight with. Get it on.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Well, I got the picture. Yeah, I see. strikes now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it. Let's go. Let's go. You win.
Check it out now.
Bonus stage. Begin.
Yeah.
Check it out.
That's what I expected.
無様な敗北をくれてやる。
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Let's go.
あの世であの世で食いろ。
Fighters ready. Engage. Final round. Go for it.
Let's go. Let's go.
あの世で食
Let's go.
の世でこれでいいのか。
I've been waiting. Well, I got a picture. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Get ready to die. Prepare to strike now.
Flash! Yeah! Yeah!
Kill.
Yeah! Flash! Yeah!
Go!
Crush! Yeah!
Kill.
Crush! Now! Flash! Yeah! Yeah! Crush!
Let's go!
Kill! You die!
Fighters ready. Engage.
Yeah! Kill!
Let's go!
Yeah! Now! You die!
You win. Yeah, I see.
Get ready to die!
Fighters ready. Engage.
So you can...
Let's go!
Hadouken! Hadouken! Crush! Hadouken! Hadouken! Crush! Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Let's go!
Crush!
Let's go!
Hadouken! Aegis reflex! Hadouken!
Are you ready? Go.
Kill! Crush!
Well, I got the trick. Yeah, I'm ready for this. Yeah, I see. Get ready to die. Into the heat of battle. Go for it. Hadouken! Yeah! Hadouken! Senpuken! Shoryuken! Yeah! You die. Prepare to strike now. Attraction token. Attraction token. Hadouken. Attraction. Kill. Attraction token. Hadouken. Attraction token. Agent reflex. Crush. Attraction token. Crush. Hadouken. Crush. Hadouken. Kill. Crush. Let's go. Crush. Agent reflex. Kill. Agent reflex. Attraction token. Kill. You win.
Check it out now.
Let's get it on!
Get ready to die. Fighters ready. Engage.
Crush!
Whoa!
Kill! Crush! Crush! Let's go! Let's go!
Slam dance!
Are you ready? Go!
yo.